I worked for HP for 26 years, and I had an opportunity to retire.
All of a sudden you wake up and you say, wow, I can't believe I've been here 20 years or 25 years. And for me, that's when I really said, you know, I loved what I did, but I don't want to do it for 20 more.
The thought of being retired for the next 40 years, it doesn't seem right. And taking some of what you learned in the first 40 years of your life and having it benefit others for the next 40 years, well, that's very motivating.
I think you get to a point in your life where you have to feel like what you're doing matters. But how to do it, I think, is hard.
I thought this guy coming with 30 years high-tech experience. I'd worked at senior levels in HP. I was a VP when I left, and I thought I was coming with all of this great experience, that I'd have a line of non-profits, waiting to hire me, and it kind of just wasn't the case.
My concerns were, is this for-profit person from the corporate world going to come and tell us what to do, how we should be doing it? We just needed another pair of hands who would roll up their sleeves, being willing to work up a sweat and do it along with us.
For our entire history, we've been interested in the leadership of nonprofits. We're funding the Encore Fellows because it's opening up a whole new set of leaders to contribute to conservation, the environment, and children.
So now I'm working for Raft. Raft takes surplus materials from local companies and turns them into hands-on learning. This is called the Glover phone. You can see it's 25 cents. Think back to your teachers you had at school and the ones you remember. And they were the ones who kind of engaged you. Hands-on, you were up out your chair. Maybe that led to a passion in the subject that led you to where you are today. So we're trying to create that in teachers. We're trying to help them so that that passion exists for many more children. The work is hard, it's variable. I mean, I have a marketing department of me and one half of another person. I mean, in HP, my last organization, I had 300 people. In Raft, everything I do has an impact that I can see.
I've always wanted to run Raft like a well-run business, and I have no training. I'm a teacher. Nigel's able to do what no other coach or mentor I've ever had before, because he's inside and he can see and he knows the people and he knows the circumstances, and he can just, he just nails it. It's so great.
Our retirees have phenomenal skill sets in the IT space, in marketing, in accounting, wherever they worked in the company. And bringing that to an NGO is much more useful at the end of the day.
If we had to do this work outside, it would have been extraordinarily expensive and probably a great deal longer to do and not as good. And of course, an hour of Leslie and Lyle is, really 16 hours of your average Joe.
The way in which you work, how you get things done, how you take a project, how you divide it up, how you look and set priorities and set objectives and set measures to those objectives is something that is useful and is valuable in a nonprofit setting.
You really get a great sense that what you do today is going to make a difference very quickly. That is very exciting.
It's just the opportunity to see firsthand an outcome like a child learns that wouldn't have learned. A child eventually goes to college who might not have gone to college. And I did things in my corporate career that I'm very proud of. I once developed a cost model that made a big difference in the success of a business that I was in. Somehow, at an emotional level, that doesn't feel like a proud achievement to me. The work in the social sector is just on a different plane.
I think if you could corral the potential that exists in the for-profit workforce today and multiply what I and the other Encore Fellows are doing by tens and hundreds and thousands, the impact would just be phenomenal.
Imagine what would happen if nonprofits start actually attaining those aspirational goals, and such things as, no low-performing schools in California come about because they now have, some of the rigorous and proven strategies in industry.
This is all about scaling. We want to get more and more retirees, more and more Encore Fellows to the social causes. There are so many NGOs out there that really help address some of the biggest social needs, and we need more people to transfer their fantastic knowledge.
We talk about the greatest generation, which is, the generation ahead of us, and they really did so much for society, and we would like to have that same legacy. And this is a huge opportunity to do that.
So in May I joined RAFT full-time as a member of the RAFT staff as Director of Marketing. And I would never, ever have got to that position without the fellowship.
If I had to name the one thing in this year that I could name as my best achievement, it's getting that Encore Fellow. I pinch myself, pinch, pinch.